Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're continuing our video series on interesting issues in family law, particularly the managing of difficult parents. So please subscribe to our channel. So it's a very interesting topic. You know, it is likely that you've got relationships, particularly in divorce, that are not really optimal. You've got husbands and wives that can't get along with each other. You got people saying, it's white just because you say it's black. You know, there's a fight for the sake of the fight. And the problem with that is it takes people who might otherwise be perfectly reasonable, normal people in other scenarios, but when it comes to, what's going on in your household, extremely unreasonable, extremely difficult to deal with, and that becomes a problem. And from a legal standpoint, how does one manage a difficult co-parent? I mean, you've got a child, you're supposed to parent the child in some cooperative way. What happens? Well, I think the best strategy when you have somebody who cannot be reasoned with, or at least not now, they're not at the place where you can sit them down and have a reasonable discussion. If that's the case, there's no point in adding, gas to the flame. It doesn't make sense to exploit that. The better move is to take yourself out of that equation, let your lawyer deal with the issues with the other lawyer. And even if there isn't another lawyer, let your lawyer sort of, intervene and try to work it out with your ex. So that, if there is a lack of cooperation, the lawyer can file an affidavit with the court as an exhibit to a motion and say that there's a lack of cooperation and therefore, you want a court order that does certain things. That's the best way to do it. The legal strategies associated with dealing with a difficult co-parent, those strategies are going to be much better than personal strategies. How you think you should deal with your ex-wife because she's this, or your ex-husband because he's that. You may be an expert in that person from a personal standpoint, but you got to understand that ultimately, if you can't work it out, it's going to go before the court. This is going to have to somehow be put together in a way that is somehow acceptable and manageable for a judge, okay? And the best way to do that is to get your lawyer involved to sort of interface with the other side, to intercede on your behalf, and that's the best way to deal with non-cooperative co-parents. Now, if you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.